If you're seeing this, there's a good chance that you need to know how I grew my business to a multi-six-figure business and how you can too by following these tips. So in this series, I'm going to be sharing some of my best practices and some of the biggest mistakes that I made in my business and how you should avoid them. So right off the bat, the biggest mistake that I made in my business is not knowing who my audience was and who my consumer was. So I was putting out content. I was, talking to people. I was trying to get as many people to see my content as possible. The problem was I didn't know who was my audience and who was my consumer. So essentially, I was just talking to people who, some of those people are, raving fans, they're cheerleaders, they're the people who are like very supportive vocally and will, tell other people about my brand, but they aren't the people who would be buying from me. Once I realized that I had to like spread myself in multiple different platforms, go from Facebook to Instagram or Instagram to TikTok or go to YouTube, and then how different pieces of content on each social media platform helped to my benefit, I was able to do bigger things on a bigger scale once I identified the people and who I was talking to on each social media platform. So for example, on my Facebook, those are more of my family and friends. That's like my hot, warm market, people who've grown with me since, childhood, people who have seen me go through, whatever postpartum depression. They see me get married. They see me graduate high school. Those are like my warm market people and less likely to be the people who shop with me initially. Over on Instagram, I have a mix of a warm market and people who are cold, people who don't know me, who see me through like my real reach and things like that. The biggest difference between the two is knowing who to talk to and when. So on my Facebook, I was putting out stuff like, people know me. I was talking to them as if, I didn't have to put that much effort into my marketing campaigns because those people know me, they trust me. I've already built a community with those people. But on Instagram and TikTok and all the other sites that I was new to, I had to actually put a little bit more into it because they don't know me from a can of paint. They don't know my processes. They don't know my story behind me. And before I can even get them to make a sale, I had to build a community with them and let them know who I was. So that was one of the biggest mistakes that I made in my business, was not being able to identify, was I talking to my audience or was I talking to my consumer? And I was easily feeling burnt out because I was talking to people who wasn't a part of my fitness community. So again, when I was on Facebook, I'm talking to them as if they're going to be my consumers, but those people did not buy into my business because they weren't a part of the fitness brand or the fitness community. They were, more into the family lifestyle content that I put out. So as it pertains to you, as long as you know who's your audience and who's your consumer, you'll be able to grow your business and implement new things to, make more money. Like and follow for part 2.